Welcome back to East Media Studios. My name is Marimoto, and let's jump right into this week's announcements. This week, we will have 2 A-days back-to-back. Both today and tomorrow, you should go to your A-day classes. Since we have one day off on Friday, our next school day will be Monday, and we will go back to our regular schedule. Due to senior project presentations, all E students will get half-days on April 23rd and 24th. School will begin regularly at 7:45, and students will have 50-minute mods until 11:30, marking the end of the day and the beginning of lunch. Now, moving on from announcements, we go over to Leah Cloud with this weekend's weather forecast.
Thanks, Maria. This weekend is looking to be another rainy one, with Friday having a 20% chance of rain and storms, along with a high of 78 and a low of 61. Then, going into Saturday, we're looking at an 80% chance of rain, with some storms, with a high of 70 and a low of 52. Finally, to cap off the Easter weekend, on Sunday there will be a 50% chance of rain in the evening, along with a high of 71 and a low of 56. Make sure to bring an umbrella with you and have a great Easter weekend. That's all we have for weather. Back to you at the desk.
For juniors and seniors, Ivy Tech is coming on April 23rd and April 30th from 9:15 to 9:50 during advisory in the main office conference room to talk about visiting Ivy Tech. BCSC is planning on hiring more law enforcement officers for both North and East. At the most recent board meeting, it was proposed that more security officers be added to each entrance of both high schools. If approved at the next board meeting, it is planned that officers will be hired by the end of May and will be at the schools at the start of the school year in August. And now we head over to Cameron Claywan with this most recent in sports.
Thanks, Maria. Tomorrow, our boys baseball team will be playing at Madison Consolidated High School at 6 p.m. On that same day, varsity and JV baseball will play Greenwood Community High School at 5:30. Additionally, our girls JV softball team will play at Bloomington South on Wednesday, while the varsity team has a game this Thursday against Greenfield Central here at East. Both games will take place at 6 p.m. On Saturday, the softball team plays at Mount Vernon High School at 10 a.m. In other news, our varsity track and field team has a meet at Jennings on Thursday at 5 p.m., and our girls tennis team hosts Seymour at 4:45, also this Thursday. On Friday, our girls tennis team will play New Albany at 3:30. And finally, over the weekend, our boys JV and varsity volleyball team will compete at the Southport Volleyball Invite at 9 a.m. this Saturday. That's all we have for sports. Make sure to stay up to date with all Olympian athletics at ceolympians.com. Now back to you at the desk.
For all seniors presenting senior projects, presentations will be held on April 23rd and 24th from 12:30 to 3:30. Presentation dates and times are posted at Mrs. Carroll's and Dr. Harrison's room. Since prom is May 3rd, prom tickets will be on sale starting April 17th, ending on May 1st. Tickets will be sold in the bookstore for $25 each, and you must have your student ID to purchase one. Now we head over to Dirk Crater with recent news.
Thanks, Maria. For recent national news, a man has been arrested in Pennsylvania on charges of attempted murder, terrorism, and attempted arson following an early morning fire in Pennsylvania. Governor Josh Shapiro's mansion around 2 a.m. Sunday, the man, Cody Balmer, had hopped over a fence and used a homemade bomb before getting arrested around the area. In an afternoon news conference, Governor Shapiro shared his family consisting of his wife, 4 children, and 2 dogs, as well as another family member, were celebrating the Jewish holiday of Passover and was awakened by state troopers. Luckily, the fire was extinguished and nobody was hurt. In other news, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele has told reporters he would not return Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who the Justice Department had said was accidentally deported. When approached with the question, President Bukele said, "We're not very fond of releasing terrorists." Justice Department officials acknowledged that Garcia should not be sent to El Salvador, and the Supreme Court has called his removal illegal and has directed the administration to return him with respect to the president's authority. Lastly, for the first time in more than a decade, Chicago public school teachers have reached a new contract agreement without a strike or threat of a walkout. Their new 4-year agreement will include pay hikes, the hiring of more teachers, and limits to class size. While the negotiations did not escalate, there were lots of turmoil surrounding the talks. including the firing of the superintendent, the resignation of the entire school board, and historical elections, which tested the union's power. The negotiations were live streamed, and the union was able to negotiate on bargaining rights that were previously deemed non-negotiable. The teachers' new median pay will be $98,000 and will raise between 4 and 5% yearly. The district will also hire 800 new teachers as well as 100 librarians. Class sizes will be limited by grade level, with kindergarten have a cap of 25 students. The smallest class size cap, over 97 union members voted to approve the deal. That's all we've got for news. Now back to you, Maria.
That's all we have for this week's announcements. From me, Leah, Cameron, and Dirk, thanks for watching. I'm Maria Marimoto, and remember to take care of yourself, others, and the place. And as always, try to be the best part of someone's day.
Terrible.